Hey everyone, welcome back. Today I'll be covering how to solve some two-step equations. Let's go ahead and let's get started. First example is negative 5t minus 8 equals 32. So, a few things. Usually the first things I do for these problems is I try to work away from the variable. What that kind of means is, here I see the goal is to get t by itself. And the way I do that is I work with the numbers that are furthest away from t first. So comparing the 5 and the 8, I see that 8 is a little further away, more distance from t. So I'm going to try to get that 8 to the other side first. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to add 8 to both sides, because that is the opposite of subtracting 8. Which means it'll cancel out, because negative 8 plus 8 is 0, which leaves me with 5t, or negative 5t. 32 plus 8, that'll get me 40. So from this point, I can go ahead, now I can try to remove the 5. They're multiplying negative 5 to the t, so I'm now going to divide by negative 5 on both sides, which will get me t equals 40 divided by negative 5 is negative 8. That's how we solve our first two-step equation. Okay, there's going to be a few examples today. So again, if you feel like you need to rewind and pause and play this one again, go ahead. Go at your own pace. But let's go ahead and let's move on to this next one. Here we go. So for this next problem, what we're going to do is, again, we're going to look at this a. Looking at the a, I can see that the 10 is further away than the 4. So I'm going to try to remove the 10 first. So I'm going to go ahead and subtract 10 from both sides. Doing that will get me 8 equals 4a. And these 10s will cancel out. Next thing I want to do here is, since they're multiplying a by 4, I want to go ahead and divide by 4 on both sides. That'll get me 2 equals a. Now if you'd like, you could also write your answer as a equals 2. Both will be correct. It's just up to your preference. Alright, so let's go ahead and let's move on. This next problem, we mix it up a bit. Now we have x over 5 plus 19 equals 10. I always encourage people to read fractions as a division. So the way I would actually read this one is x divided by 5 plus 19. And that kind of just helps me remind me what's actually going on there. But once again, I just compare. This 5 is right next to the x. This 19 is a bit further away, so I'm going to go ahead and remove that one first. I'm going to subtract 19 from both sides. That'll get me x divided by 5. These 19s cancel out. Equals 10 minus 19. That gets me negative 9. Now because they're dividing by 5, this is x divided by 5. I'm going to go ahead and multiply by 5 on both sides. Multiply by 5 here. Multiply by 5 there. These 5s cancel out. Leave me with x equal to negative 9 times 5. That'll get me negative 45. And there we have it. That's the final answer. Let's go ahead and let's do one that's a little different. Let's go ahead and look at this one. Here I have x plus 11 divided by 4 equals 6. So in this problem, necessarily going by which one's closest to x doesn't really work in this case. When you see a problem like this where everything on one side is above a fraction, so here I have x plus 11, this is all being divided by 4, I want to get rid of the 4 first. So I'm actually going to go ahead and multiply by 4 on the left, multiply by 4 on the right. What this will do, it'll cancel out the 4 on the left, leaving me with x plus 11 equal to 6 times 4, which is 24. From this point, I can go ahead and I can subtract 11 from both sides, which will leave me with x equal to 13, which is my final answer. Alright, so that's a few examples on how to solve two-step equations. I hope they were helpful. In the next video, we'll be getting into how to solve multi-step equations. So stay tuned for that. Look for it on the channel. If nothing else, feel free to ask me questions in the comments. Hopefully I can get back to you soon. And have a great rest of your day. And hopefully you watch the next video. Take care.